What's going on, folks? So the band Deep Sun has released their new album. Like, the new album is out now. I'm super, super excited, but to celebrate the new album release, I wanted to do one more reaction. So this was their final single they released before dropping the new album. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this for many reasons, but also because once I finish this reaction, I can listen to the full album. So I'm really, really excited. But the name of this song is United Force, and it also features none other than Mikhail Goyatoli of Visions of Atlantis and what have you. So he's awesome. I'm really, really excited for this collab, you know, him featured with Deep Sun and all that. So yeah, let's just, I'll stop blabbering on and we'll just give this a listen, shall we? Rangers. Go.
This is a story of lives, a story of friends that come together. We were born into this world, never knew the destiny would unfold. Years went by, we keep the fire. The power of five, the music united. Times of time and times of darkness, we face it all. Here we go again, for now and forever. Highs and lows, we have seen it all. We never say goodbye. We have survived heart attacks. Whatever comes, nothing can divide us. The very best is yet to come. Hand in hand forever in music. Years went by, we keep the fire. We've moved high to the symphonic skies. Melodies and the passion of life are the essence of our music. The power of five.
Wow, pretty cool. Musically, this song is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. The music was so awesome. Really kind of gave me some classic Nightwish vibes and things like that. And I just thought it was just executed wonderfully. Each instrument really got moments to shine. Like, I really enjoyed the drums throughout the song, but then there at the end, kind of like the outro, was like the drums moment where it just awesome fills, and it just sounded so sick. It was like a sort of like a drum solo there at the end, but it was tight. I mean, really tight. And then, of course, the keyboard, which I was digging the keyboard from the beginning of the song. I thought the keyboard was just excellent all the way through. But then that keyboard solo was so sick. Oh man, I loved that. The guitar solo was so incredibly sick. And again, just the guitars throughout the whole song did such a good job. But I really enjoyed the solo. So, I mean, everything musically was just awesome. I loved the orchestrations, the kind of impact of the music in certain spots, whereas it was a little bit, I mean, it was never like laid back per se, but it definitely had its moments of rising and then kind of dropping a bit, so other things could kind of take the forefront, but then it would really, come back and hit hard, like in certain spots, and it just was arranged, the song, wonderfully. I mean, there's really not much else I can say about the music. I really enjoyed the music of this song and the structure musically. Again, I mean, it was just arranged wonderfully. And then each individual member just really did such a good job, like, where it all sounded nice and cohesive together, but then, getting moments to shine and just killing it. Like, yeah, I was just captured by the music of this song, totally. For the vocals, I mean, of course, she has such a good voice, like a phenomenal voice, if you will. I mean, she just really sounds so good, like her range, her power. All of that. Like, honestly feel a little bit bad for Mikkel for having to kind of duet with her, because I mean, her voice is so strong and commanding, where there were times even where I felt like his voice was kind of getting lost a little bit, like almost struggling to keep up. And he has an awesome voice as well. So, I mean, it just really showcases how strong of a vocalist that she is. And I mean, again, her range, like going into the operatic with some of those high notes, and just so good, so good. But then again, of course, Mikkel, like, I really enjoyed his voice. I like how the first verse and the second verse was split. They each kind of got to do that. But then, he was kind of providing backing vocals for the most part, like in the chorus and stuff. But, it was a nice dynamic, and it worked pretty well. I really liked the verses a lot. I liked the lyrical melody in the verses. It had a cool vibe to it. Like, it was kind of getting me pumped. And then I really liked the pre-chorus as well. I was like, man, this song is on fire. Like, I mean, really on fire. But then the chorus hit. And one thing I will say is, it did kind of grow on me by the very end, like the final chorus. It was kind of starting to fall in place a little bit, but still, like, it feels like something is a smidge off with that lyrical melody. Like, kind of starting with singing about something about like floating something. It's kind of like where I think it fits in the song is sort of like between what I thought or think is the pre-chorus, but then before the heart of or like the meat of the chorus kind of takes place. So it's kind of like a post pre-chorus, like, I don't know. So I wasn't so big on that. It felt like the momentum shifted a little bit too much. But then it comes back in strong, when the first part of like the main chorus begins, where man, I was trying to remember these lyrics because I knew I wanted to talk about this, but where something about like the music of something of the fire, something like that. That was awesome. Like I love that. But then you get what follows that. I feel like it kind of again sort of breaks the momentum of the song because it starts similarly to that something 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 fire, but then it feels like it kind of rambles on. Like it kind of takes like it's not like as I feel like the chorus, like if they were going with like how the impact or in the succinctness of that line of something fire, they should have kept that throughout the chorus and kind of kept that impact, kind of kept that little bit of an edge. But then when you get that line after that, it starts that way, but it just feels like it kind of dwindles, like it kind of lingers too long and kind of goes in a different direction. Like it's focused, and that's why I said it feels like it kind of just rambles on, like it kind of loses focus. Like, you're talking to someone and you ask them a question and they start out by answering your question, like right on the money. It's like, cool, this is exactly what kind of information I was looking for from this person. But then it's like almost they get distracted and they kind of start talking about other stuff and they end up getting further and further away from like the point or like the topic of the question. That's kind of how this chorus feels, because it does that, but then it comes back in strong, like that first line, the something fire line. It hits like that again. But then the line after that, once again, it follows kind of like that second line and just meanders a bit. And it just feels like it just loses focus. So I found myself just getting a bit lost in that or losing that connection to the song when that happened. It just felt like this strange shift that took me out of like the focus or the energy of the song. Like I was completely engrossed, and I mean it had me like by the shirt collar and I was all in. But then that happened. It's kind of like I start drifting away, but then it comes back in and I'm like back. But I never wanted to leave to begin with, so I wanted to keep my full attention the whole time because I was loving it. So, but again, when I heard it the last time, I guess because now I knew the vibe of the chorus, it didn't feel as jarring. So perhaps like listening to it more, like it'll even out a bit more for me. But I still think it could have been refined just a bit and kind of keep it really, really focused. But that's just kind of my takeaway, my thoughts, especially off just one listen. But musically, phenomenal. Vocally, phenomenal. I mean, it just has such a great sound. So, yeah, anywho, I'm really, really excited now because I get to go listen to the full album. So I'm looking so forward to it. But let me know, folks, in the comments down below. What do you think of this song here? Are you going to check out the album? Have you been looking forward to the album? Have you already listened to the album? Let's talk about it all in the comments, and I'll catch you next time. Ranger out.